Hello, my name is Charmaine Tokic and I am a Thermomix consultant in the Sydney area. Today I will be cooking a high protein chicken with paprika and sweet potato mash and a creamy cashew sauce to go with it. We can find this recipe on Cookie Do. We will be using guided cooking on our TM7. So it's as simple as hitting the green button to start and we follow exactly what is on the screen. So it is asking me to add some water. It's asking for 800 grams and it's got built-in scales so we can weigh directly into the bowl, pouring straight in, as you can see, in 1 gram increments. And we are going to add some chicken stock paste. Now chicken stock paste, you can find a recipe on Cookie Do, make it all from scratch, and we just want 1 teaspoon straight into the bowl. Like that. Now we are going to insert our simmering basket into the bowl, open up the lid, and we are going to weigh directly into it our sweet potato. And so what this is going to do is it's going to steam our potato for the sweet potato mash. So in it goes, and I'm a little bit over, which is totally fine. I am 150 grams over. So long as I can fit it in the simmering basket, that's totally fine. Now we are going to place the Varoma on top. Remove our lid cap and pop the Varoma on top like so. And we are going to weigh in our chicken. So it's skinless chicken breast fillets cut into 2 centimeter slices like so. And so it's 600 to 700 grams and we're going to weigh it directly into the Varoma. And we're going to take care and make sure that we don't block off these vents. So we're going to leave a little bit uncovered so that we have space and allow room for the steam to come through like so. And now it is asking to sprinkle the chicken with 1 to 2 pinches of dried mixed herbs. So I've got that here. I'm just going to sprinkle a pinch or 2 on top. And about half a teaspoon of garlic powder sprinkled over the top as well. So just sprinkle it on the top of the chicken breast like so. And now we are also going to drop a few drops of ghee, which is clarified butter. This is something else that you can also do in your Thermomix. Then we hit the next button and we're going to secure the Varoma lid on top, hit next, and this is going to steam for 15 minutes. So chicken breast is one of the most leanest protein sources we can buy. 1 serve of this recipe provides around 30 grams of protein, which is great for a main meal. Sweet potato provides fiber and slow releasing carbs that gives us energy. Protein and carbohydrates work really well together. So the protein helps us repair and build, while carbs fuel us. Okay, so this is just finished steaming. A tip for those who have a Thermomix at home and use their Varoma, when taking the lid off, make sure that you open it away from you so that the steam doesn't blast in your face. All right, so I did forget 1 ingredient, which is the main ingredient for this chicken, which is the paprika. It's in the title of the recipe. So I'm just gonna quickly sprinkle on a little bit of paprika so that we have that flavor come through the chicken when it's time to serve and eat this up. The next step is asking us to add the Varoma tray. So we just place that on top and we're going to add our veg. So we're going to add some broccoli first. So adding vegetables, it doesn't increase the amount of protein, but they provide fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Fiber also helps with keeping us feeling full. So I'm just going to spread that broccoli out. I am using frozen broccoli, which has been sitting out for a little bit. And we are now going to add some string beans and sprinkle those over the top as well. Again, make sure that you don't completely cover all the vents to allow for that steam to really come through. We hit the next button and now we are going to pop our lid back on. And this is going to steam for another 8 minutes. Now, what I love about recipes like this is that we can set and forget. So previous step, we could leave for 15 minutes and not have to worry about anything boiling over or anything burning. And same with this step as well, we're leaving it for another 8 minutes. So this is perfect if you have things that you need to get done in between dinner. You can leave it, walk away, do some washing, fold the clothes, enjoy a glass of wine. This is one of my favorite things about owning a Thermomix. So this has about 20 seconds left to go. We are going to remove the chicken and our green veg and pop them into our thermo server. So our thermo server is like a sidekick for your Thermomix. The only way you can get one of these is if you host a demo. So get in touch with your consultant, book in a demo and get one of these. They keep your food warm for up to 3 hours and cool for up to 3 hours, so you can cook your meals ahead and have them ready to go. Okay, so our veg is ready and our chicken is perfectly steamed. And so I'm just going to transfer our green veg into the thermo server to keep warm. And a great tip for those of you that have a Thermomix at home, using your Varoma lid as a tray to pop your inner tray and your dish so that you're not dripping and leaking all over your kitchen bench. And we're just going to pop the chicken in. And there we have our perfectly cooked, juicy chicken. All ready to go. And now we're going to get onto our mash and our cashew creamy sauce. We're going to remove our simmering basket. Now on our spatula we have a little hook like this, and we just hook it into our simmering basket like so, and we can pull it out safely without burning ourselves. And now it is asking us to transfer 250 grams of cooking liquid into a jug and set aside. So we actually have this new product in the mix shop. It is a thermo jug and it holds up to 650 mils. It keeps your sauces, your gravies, all of that sort of stuff warm. So it's thermal insulated. It's also got some markings inside so you know how much you can fit in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this bowl off, and I'm going to use the base of my Thermomix as a scale so that I can weigh in 250 grams of the cooking liquid. So I am actually going to drop down up the top here. This is what we call our cooking center, and I've got a quick link to our scales. And I am just going to pour directly into this jug 250 of that yummy liquid stock. So remember at the beginning of the recipe we added water and a little bit of chicken stock paste. Okay, and we can discard the leftover stock that we've made here, or we can reserve it, use it for a soup tomorrow. Okay, so we've got our 250 grams of reserved liquid stock, and we are going to go back to our recipe. And a quick and easy way to do that is to go back into our cooking center. We've got our active cook there, we hit there, and we are back to the step that we were up to. And without cleaning the mixing bowl, we are going to place 60 grams of raw cashews. So in they go. We're going to put some more chicken stock paste. We're going to put a teaspoon worth. Now cashews contribute a little bit of extra protein, but they also provide healthy unsaturated fats that help make the meal satisfying without using a whole heap of cream. So it's a healthier alternative to using cream. And let me tell you, it is delicious. We love this cashew cream. There has been many a time that I have made this for different meals. So I just use this part of the recipe, I skip through, and I go to this part of the recipe. Okay, so now we're going to add a pinch of salt. And a pinch of ground pepper. We're also going to not forget the paprika. So we need half a teaspoon of paprika, and this is going to give it a nice smoky taste. And we're going to hit next. We're going to add the reserved liquid stock that we made before, so straight in like so. And hit next, and we are going to blend that on speed 9 for 1 minute. And look at that thick and creamy, delicious cashew sauce. It's beautiful. Okay, we are going to transfer it back to our thermo jug in like so, and that's going to keep it nice and warm for when we are ready to serve. And honestly, it's one of my favorite sauces. Definitely give it a try, even if it's just the sauce. Okay, so we're just going to pop the lid onto our little jug so our sauce is ready to go, and we're going to continue on with the recipe. So now we are going to insert the butterfly whisk, and the butterfly whisk just sits on top of the blade, and we turn it slightly clockwise so it locks into the blade like so. And we are going to add our sweet potato that we steamed earlier, and I'm just going to hook it back in, and I'm just going to tip it straight in like that without having to touch the basket. And we're going to add a tablespoon of milk. And this can be milk of your choosing, straight in like so. And this is going to whip for 20 seconds on speed 4. It's just finished whipping, and that is our sweet potato mash. Very easy, very quick. We're going to remove our butterfly whisk. And when it's ready to serve, we just divide the chicken, vegetables between some plates. So this recipe actually serves 6. So if you're feeding little kids, you'll probably end up with a little bit of extra protein in your meal, which is great. As you can see, this was a really simple cook. You could set and forget. This is what we call a layered cook. So we had, our potatoes steaming in the bottom, we had our protein and our veg steaming on top, and we were able to make a beautiful sauce out of it as well. You could totally double this recipe if you wanted to do some meal prep, freeze this into portions for those days where you need a quick lunch or you don't have anything to take to work. I hope that this has inspired you and motivated you to use your Thermomix to kick those health goals that you have. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.